All right, well, one thing I want to do before I start ripping and tearing into that transmission is take that flywheel right off of the engine and have a good look at it, because it still sounds tinny enough to be something like that, but I just want to be thorough. I want to make sure, I want to eliminate all possible points of failure before I tear into that thing. So I'll get this spun off quick, just have a look at the backside, have a look at the block, and make sure that my issue isn't with the flex plate. And then we can go from there. I'll start tearing the transmission apart. It's likely pump because it's making that noise in park, so nothing else should be spinning, just the flex plate, the converter, and the pump itself. So we will find out. I mean, visually everything looks good. Doesn't appear to be contacting anywhere. I see no markings on the block. All the bolts are in. Obviously it's not going to hit the dowels, it can't. Oh, you know what? There's a bit of a mark on the starter here. I wonder if it's not hitting the starter. Wouldn't that be stupid? I'll show you what I mean here. There's a mark right there on the starter. Seems a bit silly, but honestly, that could be my issue. Wouldn't that be nice? Huh. Well, that makes me feel like a bit of an idiot. But, man, that's what it sounded like. To me, it sounded like flex plate touching something. I couldn't see anything with the bore scope. I never even thought to look at the starter. Oh, the question is, do I dare put the transmission back in without having to look at that pump? I don't know. To me, that seems like the sound. That would make sense if that was what was happening. Man. I don't know. I might have a quick look at the transmission. And I might just put that transmission back in. I don't know if I've never heard of having to shim an LS starter before, but maybe that's what's happening. I guess there should be some evidence of that on the flex plate. I'll look into that. All right, so just to show you behind the converter, everything looks good there. There's no damage. None of the bolts have backed out. Like, I torqued everything, so nothing there. But I will throw the converter in and spin it, because it does make a bit of a noise. And as suspect I am of that starter, and as likely as that probably is the issue, I still feel like it shouldn't make this noise, and I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera or not. So this converter. Okay, so that's engaged in the pump. Now if I spin it, maybe it isn't making a noise. Oh. I am making a mess though. Okay, well, having a closer look at the flex plate here, there's just one tiny mark. Where did that even go? I don't see it here. Oh yeah, yeah, there it is right there. One little tiny mark on this weld. And I'm thinking just because this is an SFI plate, it's a little bit thicker than the factory one. And the fact that that weld sticks past the ring gear a little bit, it's just enough for it to have contacted the starter. I double checked, like I re-engaged the torque converter into the pump, gave it a spin, and that sound's not there. I think it must have just fallen out a little bit when I pulled the transmission. So that was the sound I was hearing. Because honestly, the pump, if everything feels good in the transmission, sounds good, there's no bad noises or anything when I'm spinning it by hand. So I think that's our issue. I might just touch that one weld just a little bit with a grinder, and I'm willing to take the risk of putting this back in again and giving it one more try, even though I haven't pulled that apart to see what's wrong. But I honestly think it's just that starter. So time will tell. Well, I think I just lost my SFI reading, but it'll be our little secret. I just ground a little bit off of here, just some of the high spots. Didn't take any real meat off, just a little bit, and yeah, should be fine. They're internally balanced anyway. So touch that. I'm going to touch my starter too with the grinder, and then we're going to bolt this up, bolt the starter up, check the clearance. I might even start the engine with the transmission out, and we'll just have a look, make sure everything clears. So we'll go from there. Nice little clearance on the starter. Flex plate's bolted up, so I'm going to bolt the starter up and we'll give it a try with the transmission out, see what happens.
That's fucking close.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that was definitely it, because I've clearanced that with the grinder now, and you can't even really see that on camera, but it is tight. So I think I'm going to clearance the starter just a little bit more, and we should be laughing. I hope so anyway. I'll still fire it up like this. There, I took quite a bit more metal off the starter. Not that that's going to affect anything, but should give me a little bit more room. Hopefully solve my problem. Yeah, so now I've got way more clearance in there, so that should solve that problem. Okay, so that definitely confirms that the transmission is not my problem because it's still making the noise, even though I've clearanced that. But you can see it's touching the Bendix. So either I got to shim the starter or get rid of this flex plate. Put a stock one back in there. I'm not fast enough to require SFI anyway. It was just a thought. Yeah. So maybe toss a couple shims in there, see what happens. All right, so I've clearanced that about as much as I want to clearance it, and it's still kind of touching that Bendix. So I'm gonna try an OEM flex plate and get rid of this SFI one. Obviously, there's an issue with it. Put this flex plate on and try it again because this is the first time I've had this issue. It's got to be the flex plate. So swap that over and we'll fire it up again, see what happens. Okay, so got a factory plate back on and it's got miles of clearance compared to that SFI one. So try and fire it up, double check it, and if all's good, I'm just gonna run this one. So yeah, we'll go with that. It hasn't contacted once yet.
No.
Well, there you have it. There's our issue. So obviously either that SFI flex plate is for the wrong vehicle, doubt it, because I think they're all the same except for like early 6 liters that had a longer crank. These are all short cranks, so can't be that. Either it's warped, manufacturing error, something, that thickness maybe needs a different starter, I don't know. Irregardless, it works with a factory flex plate, so that's what I'm going to run. Just as you've seen there, I just tested it. It's not contacting, making that awful noise. So I'm going to start putting the transmission back in, and I honestly think I've got it this time. So thankfully, it wasn't something I did, and it wasn't a complete waste taking the transmission out because obviously that flex plate is not going to work. And up until this point, I've been running a stock flex plate anyway. I'm not running a fast enough ET to require SFI, so I'm not worried about it. So yeah, we'll get to putting this transmission in and hopefully all will go well. All right, so obviously the flex plate was the issue. I swapped that back for a stock one. Like I said before, I don't run fast enough to require SFI anyway, so it's not a big deal there. Up until this point, I've been running stock. I should be able to test this thing. So fingers crossed, hopefully that was the last time this transmission has to come out, at least this season. I'd like to get a few seasons out of it, but yeah, it is what it is. So I'm just going to continue adding some fluid here and hopefully we can test drive it. So we shall see.